Hello, Superhuman. How are you doing? Thank you for clicking on the link and deciding to watch. My name is Uzezi Udwefe Ideho. I'm known as the teen's best friend, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, guys, so in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how and why you should communicate with your parents. So this is a video for teenagers, and this is Teen Territory Edition. For this month of communication that we're having our series of communication in October. So if you are watching this video, welcome to Teen Territory Edition YouTube version of our series of communication for the month of October. Maybe you're wondering, maybe it's your first time of stumbling across my video and wondering what's Teen Territory. So Teen Territory is a WhatsApp community that I have for teenagers. We're about 180 something there, and I get to coach teenagers there once every week, every Thursday by 5:30 p.m. West African time till about 6:30 p.m. thereabouts. Just 1 hour plus. And you get to ask me questions. We talk about real life issues that just really centers on you being a teenager, the challenges you are facing through. And this month we're looking at communication, and I'm touching it literally all around. So the first Thursday we looked at how to conquer stage fright and public speaking, how you can better and effectively communicate when you're in public, and how to overcome stage fright. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how and why you should communicate with your parents. Next week, Thursday, is going to be communication, your communication with God. And the last Thursday for the month, we're going to be looking at what's the last one? Okay, I'm trying to remember. Okay, yeah. So the last one for this month of October in our communication series is how to control your emotions when you are triggered. How to communicate when your emotions are triggered. So it's a lot that I'm going to be sharing with you, and I'm welcoming you once again to this particular video. Okay, guys, so let's go straight into the video. I get questions. I get asked questions a lot by teenagers. How do I communicate with my parents? They will not understand me. They don't understand. So there is a how and there is a why. I'm going to be sharing with you five each, on the subtopics. All right. So if your parents watching this, just pay attention as well. I'm hoping I'm going to be saying your minds. You can also copy the link of the video and send to your teenagers. Before I proceed, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will mean a lot to me to be able to subscribe. And if you have any questions as regards this topic, feel free to leave me a comment at the question in the comment section. We're also going to reply. So let's start with the why before I get to how. Okay, so what's the first reason why you should communicate with your parents? The first reason is very simple, very plain and straight to the point. It's simple because they might never know what you want except you communicate with them. Sometimes teenagers feel left out, like my parents, they've pushed me to the side. They really do not understand me. But the truth is, your parents might not know what you want except you express yourself. Parents are superhumans, yes, but they cannot really read our minds. So except you communicate with them in plain languages what you want, they just really might not know in all honesty. Okay, all right. So why the second reason, and that's number one, really straight to the point. So number two, why should you really communicate with your parents? Some of your parents and some of our parents, and let me generalize now, some of our parents did not grow in homes where they were able to express themselves, where they were able to communicate freely. We did not grow in homes whereby love was expressed. It's now we have, fathers giving their daughters pecks and hugging their sons. Some of your parents, they are about 50 now, sit in their 50s, in their 60s, some in their early 40s. Never for once did they actually see or receive a hug from their mom or from their dad. And this is just a simple truth. Okay, so the fact that your parents did not come from such a background might just be hindering the communication channel between you and them. But now you know better that these things should happen, right? So it's not a bad thing if you go ahead and give your mom a hug, give your dad a hug. You're saying, but I'm a guy, how I love my dad. No, that man is old, No. The simple truth is that they don't come from such a background. So they're not aware. But since you see these things happen, in the lives of your friends and movies and stuff, and you like it, why not? You can go ahead and ask and just hug your dad and hug your mom. It might look strange the first day, right? But go ahead and do it. So one of the important reasons, which is the second reason I'm sharing with you in this video, is that most of your parents don't come from homes where they were able to express themselves. Some never actually did sit down and have a one-on-one conversation with their mom or with their dad. Some of your grandfathers were soldiers and stuff like that, right? They were just really civil servants who had to meet the clock and chase for the family, and others were farmers, just really traditional men and traditional women. So it was like a taboo for a child to come and sit with the dad and talk, So they did not grow, they didn't have that, enabling environment whereby they could express love and they could communicate freely with their parents. Nowadays we see that teenagers sit in the parlor and they gist with their mom and dad. You are going for a ride with your mom, you're going to the supermarket, you're going shopping together. These things are not just in place at all for some of your parents. So don't blame them when you're not able to communicate with you. So it's now for you as a teenager to communicate with them these things that you want to see play out. So number 2 reason is that some of them did not have the enabling environment for communicating with their own parents, and also love was not expressed in their time for their parents, for their relationship with their parents. So it's kind of hindering communication with you. I hope you get that. So if you want to see these things happen, you go ahead and take the step. Okay, so number 3 is most parents are simply occupied. You are busy with work. Your parents are not snubbing you. Let me be honest. For some parents here, I'm not speaking for all. Some of your parents are not snubbing you. Some are just really occupied with work. Some are choked with work. And coming back to have a one-on-one communication time with you, I'm thinking about moving out early in the morning again, especially for those who live in Lagos, or our bankers and stuff like that, or really have businesses that they have to open quite early. Some who are caterers, who have restaurants, and they have to open early, and they come back tired. To have that one-on-one communication is really going to be difficult. Some of your parents work Mondays to Saturdays, and even on Saturdays they come back late, and on Sundays is church and one activity or the other just to unwind and feel free. So don't blame them too much. Some are just really occupied with work. In all honesty, they are not snubbing you. So I'm going to tell you how you can communicate with them. So that's just the reason, like plain number 3 reason why some of your parents, why you need to communicate with your parents. Okay, if you notice that they have this kind of schedule, then you also need to be the one to step in and make the adjustments so that you can have a free flow of communication. I'm going to be telling you how. Okay, all right. So the first one is that it makes them feel loved. When you communicate with your parents, it makes them feel loved. Just imagining, the thoughts alone that, oh, my baby of 1990, or my baby of, let's say, 2001 or 2000 or 2003 or 2004 is not coming up to me to discuss with me. It just really makes them feel loved. It makes them feel like, so my child has grown to a point that they cannot relate with me. They now understand me. So when I'm just going to fend for them, they now also care about how I feel, right? So this is why you should also communicate with your parents. It's really very important. And the 5th one that I'm going to be sharing with you is that it is important that you communicate with your parents to build a relationship with them. The simple truth is that we're not going to be with our parents forever. They're also not going to be alive forever, okay? So it is really important that we communicate with them. Sometimes, especially for us who are now married, we leave the house, we leave our parents behind, and we're just wishing that we spoke to them more. All right, or some of us who travel out, wishing that, we spend time with them. We're not going to be with our parents forever. So every moment you have, dear teenager, cherish the moments that you have with your parents. Okay, all right, guys. So the first one I said is that you will never know what you want, on why you should communicate with your parents, that you will never know what you want except you actually express yourself to them. The second one was that some never had the enabling environment, with their parents to communicate, and also the enabling environment whereby love was expressed. So they don't know how to do these things. So you have to be the bigger person now to step in. The 3 I said was that most parents are just really busy. They are not snubbing you. They are choked up with work. And the 4th is I said it makes them feel loved. So communicate with them. And the 5th one that I said is that it helps you build a healthy relationship with them. All right, guys, so let's go straight to how you can communicate with your parents effectively. Number 1 is check their moods. Check their moods before you go out to communicate. Maybe you want to relate something that happened, or how you are feeling about a particular subject matter of concern, or how they treat you, or how you're having issues with your siblings and stuff like that, or you're not doing well in school. It is not the best time when they're back from work and tired and all grumpy and trying to settle in, trying to make dinner, or trying to fix 1 or 2 things that got spoiled at home, trying to get ready for work tomorrow, for you to say, mommy, I must talk to you now. No, Daddy, I want to talk to you now. Just really check for when their moods are light. When by light, I mean they're happy, they are relaxed, They can't be grumpy 24/7, 7 days a week. So check for their mood. When they're a bit lighter, they're in the happy moods, right? They're relaxed, they're chillaxed. Please go ahead and you can now say, oh, mommy, I want to speak with you. Daddy, I want to speak with you. And that leads me to number 2. You have to speak to your parents respectfully. Nobody likes being disrespected. Even you as a teenager, you will not like to be disrespected when someone approaches you and wants to speak with you. So the manner of approach and in which you approach your parents is also very important. So speak with your parents respectfully. Mommy, I want to talk to you now. No, that's rude. Actually just tell mom, I'd like to have a word with you. I'd like to discuss with you. And also when you are talking to them, give them that level of respect that you that they deserve as well. So speak with your parents respectfully. All right, guys. So number 3 is be honest. Be really honest when you're communicating with your parents. As funny as this might sound, be honest. If you keep on lying to them and you find out, you're also going to lose their respect. You're also going to lose their trust, and it's going to take a whole lot for you to build back. So be honest when you're communicating with your parents. Tell them how you really feel. And in doing these things, sometimes you feel like, oh, my mom is harsh, my dad is harsh. I can't tell my dad I'm not happy with what he did. I can't tell my mom I'm not happy with the way she spoke with me, so and so. They know. If you don't bring yourself to a level whereby your parents have to now see and sit back and say, my child is not a teenager, he or she has matured to a point that they can now express themselves to me, you'll be treated as a child. So be honest in communicating your emotions to them, but also respectfully, and that's number 2. So number 3 is be honest with your parents when on any subject matter. Just really try and be honest with them. It will earn you their trust, to make you a better person. It will also help you learn how to communicate well. Okay, so how do you communicate with them? Number 4, I'm going to be telling you this. Tell them you need their advice, or you need to speak with them without being judged. Okay, so this is how it goes. Mom, I like to seek your advice on something that's been bothering my mind. And she'll be like, oh, okay. Parents like it when we seek their advice. They always want to be our guide, right? Or Dad, I'd like to talk to you about something, but I wouldn't want you to judge me, even if I've done wrong. Just really tell me how I should have acted. Okay, so you see the manner of approach. So it's just really best that way. Some of our parents who are not learned, and this is not to look down on them or anything, maybe some of our parents who are in the markets or are artisans, and all these baby grammar, they don't understand. What can you do? Mommy, get something when I want to say, it's something when they bother my mind. I say, talk now. You say, mommy, oh, nah. I know me with a shout, just between me and you as your daughter or as your son. So mommy will say, she never go do anything bad. Will say, no, but I won't tell you this thing, they bother my mind. And because you be my mama, no say, you feel guide me. Do you understand? So there's how you present it to them that will not sweet their mind. If you get their attention, even if they want to shout, they will not shout again. Alright, so this is also really very important, how you present it. Okay, tell them you want to seek their advice, tell them you want to hear their opinions. They should not be judgmental, they should just tell you the truth if you misbehaved, and just like that. So the 5th I'm going to be sharing with you on how you should communicate with your parents is that do not just speak to them when you need something. Some of us are carried away by social media, we're on our phone 24/7. We're not concerned about our parents' well-being. We don't care to ask them how work is going, how business is going. You're just concerned about yourself. Only when you want to make your hair, you want to buy something for yourself, or you want to change your phone, or you want see school fee time, you want to get a new book or a new clothes. That's the only time you actually go ahead and miss your mom. That if I was the one, I would feel bad. Do you understand? So go ahead and show that you're concerned about them. Ask them how their day has been. Ask them how's business going. Mommy, how's work today? Fine. That's fine, general fine, but subsequently, like when they're more relaxed, mommy, how's the work going? How's the business? Then you get this like, it is well, my supplier has not really brought my goods and it's bothering me. I say, hey, what can we do about it? Can you change your supplier? Can you, just really small things like this. So when it's time for you to communicate with them, they also pay attention to you. If you don't give them you know that parents need attention. If you don't give your parents attention, they also find it difficult to give you attention. It's communication, and it's a two-way thing. So if you want your parents to communicate with you, dear teenager, in all honesty, my darlings, you have to also communicate with them. Just imagine if you have a friend who always asks, who always, communicates or sends you a message on WhatsApp or calls you whenever they need something, only when they need something. They just call you up, Jane, I want to know, do you have the password for so and so thing? Okay, no, thanks, bye. Another 1 month, you don't have for them again. The next time the person will call you, I want to know, do you have so and so person's phone number? And you say, okay, yes, please send it to me. And that's all. The next time, just ask, they don't care about your well-being, they don't ask about anything. I'm sure you don't want to be friends with the being, right? So please and please do all to take out time, be concerned about their well-being too. It's also very, very, very important. Okay, it's very important that you talk to them about it. And I'm just going to throw this in, right? If you have parents who are workaholics, maybe you have a single mom or a single dad who has to work, and you can't seem to get them, to talk to them. Maybe they are nurses or doctors, or they work at night, they have night shifts and stuff like that, or their work is just really time consuming. What you can do is during the day, send them a message. Teenagers, see, let me give you an expo on how to just penetrate to your parents' heart. Send them a message. Mommy, how you doing? Just checking up on you. How's work being? Okay, that's the first day. It might look strange, but when you do it over and again, they will find out time for you. Everybody has time for that special somebody, and you are their child, you are their teenager, right? So no matter how occupied they get, they also want to call you, sometime during the busy afternoon, the rush, and say, how are you? How are you doing? How's school today? You're coming home late, so should I get something for you guys? Just simple stuff like this, right? So learn to be concerned about your parents. Ask them how they're doing, how's work been going, just talk to them, and by so doing, they'll also give you a listening ear when it's time for you to communicate with them. So from the top again, I said number 1, check their moods. Number 2, I said be respectful about it. Number 3, I said be honest with your parents when you're communicating your emotions. Number 4, tell them you need their advice, or you want to just hear from them, or their opinions without being judged. And number 4. And number 5, I also said that be concerned about your parents. Do not just approach them only when you need something. I hope you found this video useful, guys. So please put all these things in place, and I'm hoping to get positive feedbacks that your communication line with your parents is now superb. All right, guys, so if you have a question, do also leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'm also going to send you a direct message. I'm going to reach out to you, right? Okay, so if you need to follow me on all, maybe you click on the link via my Instagram bio and you're watching on YouTube, please do not forget to subscribe. Or you're just scrolling through Facebook, or you got it from Facebook and you happen to land on my YouTube channel now. Maybe you saw the link on Facebook or something. Please do not forget to also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching on YouTube now and you haven't followed me on any of my social media handle, please do also follow. On Instagram is the Teen's Best Friend. On Facebook is Uzezi Udrefe Ideo. Let me put it so you can see Uzezi Udrefe Ideo, right? Okay. And the reason why I'm asking that you follow is so that when I have topics I want to discuss about, or programs, webinars, you're also going to be informed. All right, so please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn the notification bell so that when I drop new videos, you're going to be informed. Please do also share this video, copy the link of the video, and also share. I hope you find this really, really helpful. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.